Right. Hello. Okay, guys. So today is just a crash course again on FXreplay, how to use FXreplay and how to backtest in a mechanical way, right? So first of all, you'll have your dashboard here. Once you like sign up on your account, you'll see something like this. So for you to create a new session, you have to like on the bottom right, yeah, there's the new session button. You click on that. And then you name your session, let's say 15-minute orb, and your account balance that you want to have, let's say 50K funded account, like Top Step or whatever. And here you just pick your assets. You want an NQ or ES. Well, there is MNQ, there's also MES, which is a micro. And they have a lot of like forex pairs, USD, GPY, Euro, USD, etc. But here our main target is futures, so I'm going to be looking for NQ and ES. Well, MNQ and MES, it's just honestly the same thing for me, right? So I always go for NQ and then ES. Oh, sorry, NQ, ES. Okay, and then here you have the dates. So you can just go back all the way to, well, I think 2010. FXreplay has data for. Oh, okay. So sorry. Actually, here it says date is required minimum January of the 4th, 2012. So yeah, so up to 2012, you can access data until 2012. Okay. So let's just pick 2024. This is just random because I want to just show you the sessions. Okay. And then once you do that, you need to create a session. Okay. And then what did we name it? We name it 15-minute orb. So you'll have it right there. So I did it for 1 year, 1st of May 2024 until 1st of May 2025, right? And then you just open the session. Once the session is open, you'll have something like this. Well, I have my indicators here. It's like, let me just delete everything. Just start from scratch. Okay, so that's the Nasdaq, right? Um, why is my session still there? Okay, delete. So what do I do? Like on FXreplay, they have the trading view platform, right? So they have not all of the indicators, but I would say most of like the important ones. For me, I just like having the indicator session, which is the session by indicated by FXreplay. I love to see the New York session, the London, and the Asia, right? And I use the day of the week, which marks for me the midnight open though. So this indicator, day of week and opening price. Once you open it, you need to go to the settings and you have to disable everything except the one in like these two in the middle. This is the midnight open, and you can just change the line and do the stuff that fits you, right? So here we have a go-to feature. Okay, so this go-to feature, man, is just it's crazy. It just helps you jump from session to session. So let's say I wanna access tomorrow's New York open session. I just press go to that session. It will just jump into the other day instead of manually moving the candles like that, which takes a lot of time, right? So how do you do that? We just go to the go to settings right here, press custom settings, right? And then you'll have well, there's a bunch of settings here, but what I care about is only this here, the start of New York session, right? So probably by default will be unmarked, unfavorite. I don't know, but you should like click that favorite, the star button, so that it will be shown here, right? And make sure this is in 9:30. I'm talking here about like New York timing, so the UTC has to be -4 on the here on the down right on the right hand side. Okay, so you make sure this is 9:30. You save, and you have this to a New York session. Okay, so now since you save it, you have it here in New York session. There is London, there is PM, but like what I care honestly is only in New York session. I used to backtest London and Asia and didn't like it that much, and also using Forex as well. But for me, let's just stick to the New York session. So I click on the New York session. It just made me jump, like skip that day and then jump to the other day. So that's the 9:30 candle right here, ready, formed. I want to go to the so there's a bug, I don't know. When it's Friday, you have to click and you want to go to the other session, you have to click it twice. See? So now it's still Friday. Well, actually three times. One, two, three. So now we are on Monday. This only happens on Friday though. I don't know why. So we are on the 9:30 candle on Monday. I'm gonna press go to New York session. We are on Tuesday, 9:30. Go to New York session. We are 9:30 candle, etc. Instead of actually moving the price manually, which is headache, right? So now let's talk about the entries, right? How to enter using the backtesting feature. So uh, on the left-hand side here, well, you could just favorite the long and the short position, like the trading views, just to have them up on your bar there, taskbar. So let's say I wanna go, I don't know, shorts, just random shorts, just for the sake of explaining how to actually backtest, right? Want to target two RR, two risk to reward ratio. So what do? Just left click. Once you do that, you need to left click that position and then go to the place order. You see here the place order. Okay. Once you do that, you have this like you have this settings here. You have the risk percentage. You want to risk 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, whatever, or you can just change manually here the risk amount. I personally, I just love typing my own like risk that I mean the own percentage or the dollars that I want to lose. Let's say $400. That's my that's my risk. 400. It's buggy. 400. Okay, so now $400. That means if I win, I'm gonna win 805. That's two risk to reward ratio, right? And you have here three options: stop, limit, market, right? Well, I'm more than happy with the market, right? Let's go to the market, and then that's the new feature FXreplay added, which is the take partials profit. It's amazing. So let's say you want to risk two RR, right? And at 1R you want to take partials. For instance, like for me, if I want to take partials at 1R, take 25% off. That's TP1, and then TP2 I want to take 75%. And you can actually add more and more partials. Well, let's just for simplicity's sake, let's just do two partials, right? I want to take 25% at 1R and 75% at at final TP. Then you have to change this to 25, and then since 75 is not there, you have to type it manually so that you can combine it to 100%. Right? Like it shows you here, it's 100 out of 100. Let's say that was 100, that's 125 out of 100. So profit exceeds 100%. That makes no sense. So you have to change it manually, 75%. And then you have here save and save and journal. Me personally, I like save and journal because it just pops up the journal tab and then you can journal your trades there. I'm going to show you now. But before doing so, let's say at 1R, you want to move to break even, right? To break even. You can just enable this, and then that value, 0, you can move it to 1. That means if the price hits 1R, it will automatically moves your stop loss to break even. If let's say you want to have at 1.5, then that's 1.5. At 2R, you want to move to break even. You're targeting 4RR like a maniac. you can just put at 2R, it just automatically moves stop loss to break even. Like I'm happy with 1R. So save and journal. Error and take profit fields. Why? There's no error, bro. Probably it's a bug. Let me again. Place order. Market. Take partials. This is 25. This is 75. 1R. Save in journal. Yep, that was a bug. Okay, so you'll have this once you save in journal, you have this tab. So this is amazing. That's how you actually journal your data and come back and revise your journal, your backtesting data. So what I like to do is I like to have a screenshot before the trade and after the trade, right? So I have my screenshot here, left click, you get the screenshot, and then once I, once the trade, I don't know, hits TP, stop loss or break even, I also journaled that. So remember we had our two TPs, two partials. You have here 75, and you have, that's like overlapping. You have to drag it and pull it up. So you can just drag this short indicator till 1R. Let's say 1R is here. That's your partials. Right? So if the price hits that, it will automatically move stop to break even. But unfortunately, that's a loser trade. So so yeah, this thing didn't happen. So here we got stopped. Okay, we got stopped. So what do? You just go back here and then click on this. So that was a before the trade, right? Before the trade, and then that's after the trade. You got stopped. Okay, we're just entering off of anything just for sake of demonstrating how to actually use FXreplay. Okay, X, and then you save. Once you save, you go to my notes. That's like it shows you a calendar. So that day we lost $400. If you want to just like review or edit your notes, just you can go back here, click there, you'll have it. And also don't forget, you can just write notes here. I entered based on blah 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 blah, and you'll have your notes saved. There's a confidence level, which I actually don't use. There's this tags thing, which I'm gonna explain later on. This is amazing. Just uh for now, I just want to explain, like the basic features, and then we'll get into the advanced one. Okay, save. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's how you actually backtest through FXreplay. And there's one thing I want to add, actually. Uh, let's say you're lazy, you do not want FXreplay automatically moves your stop loss to break even. You want to move it manually, right? So it's like this. Let's just go enter a trade. Let's make our stop loss very big now, just for the sake of not stopping us right away. This order, right? Partials 575 here. Okay, and I do not want to enable that that auto break even. Save on journal, take a screenshot, go back here. I want the price to go to my favor. Okay, so now the price went to my favor. Instead of moving your stop manually here, it won't be accurate because the price might like if you want it to be at zero, right? At zero, not negative, not positive. You just hover onto the stop loss. At the very right, you will see break even. You just click that, left click once, it just automatically goes up. So now you're at break even. If it hits your break even, then that's a break even. And then you just screenshot, save, and then it will show as orange because it's a break even day here, orange. Okay? So now let's just analyze our data, right? How to access and analyze like what we're doing, right? So we just up down, there's this analytics button, you click on it, and then you'll have that's your equity curve. Well, obviously we had one loss, which is just random, just for simplicity's sake. Two trades because one trade was loss, second trade was a break-even trade. And then you go down, you have like some data here, how much consecutive losses. Obviously, we had only one trade. There's a bunch of data here actually to review it, which is very interesting. And we're down 8% because we raised $400 from a 50K 50K balance, so that's 80%, negative 0.80%. That's pretty much it. Like everything else here is honestly simple. Most importantly is how to analyze your data. Later on, you could just, see how much your win rate based on the amount of trades you have. You need to have at least 300 trades to actually judge how your overall strategy goes like. Right. So I'll see you on the next one, boys. I'll be explaining on the tags. The tags is very important, which is the variables here. I'll be explaining that later once I drop more than one, like I'll just drop more than one strategy on the orb, and then you can backtest it using FX replay. Peace, boys.